Hey, what's going on? I'm waiting for AI Carl to load. What's happening? What's popping? Boo boo. I'm late. I'm late because my kid wouldn't fucking go to sleep. I'm fucking exhausted too. But when the fuck else am I gonna have time to do anything like this when I want to? You know what I mean? Let's see. Um, the fuck is this? I thought I had. Anyway. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. Hey, people. Hello. BD. What's going on? WTT. What's going on? I had something. I'm trying to look for it on my fucking phone. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Carl to load. God. There are just there are just so many fucking sex offenders in the world, like this guy here. I was just looking at this Carl Ortiz Curtis, 49, Dickman Road, Battle Creek, Michigan. That's weird. That's a weird name for a road, Dickman Road. $159. Wannon Dodger, Battle Creek. Battle Creek. A lot of sex offenders in Battle Creek. That's weird, right? Like 500 of them. Joshua Lee Fun Dog. 980 Go Guac Street, West 12. What the kind of fucking street name is that? Oh no, here's a good one. 91 West Columbia Avenue. Now that's a fucking street name. I did. I did say AI Carl. Kenneth John Mobley. 66 Winter Street. Hmm. There's a baby raper on 53 Boulder too. 55 West Fountain Street too. Louis Delane Lambert. It's weird. That's an inordinate amount of fucking pedophiles in like one town. 170 Lois Drive. Michael Anthony Hottavoy. Aliases Toby Littlehoop. I wonder if that's his fucking YouTube name. Let me look this up. Let's see. Toby Littlehoop. Oh yeah, it is. It's his YouTube channel. Let's see here. I'm just waiting. My bad. Huh. 4227 Dickman Road. There's another one there too. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see if I can get this fucking thing running. Yeah, it's just taking a while. Sorry. There's other ones here too, like 8009 Woodhue Drive, Oklahoma City. Oklahoma, of course. There are a lot of fucking pedophiles in Oklahoma. That's weird. You ever just get bored and peruse the sex offender registry? Yeah, me either, man. Isn't Knox's birthday coming up soon while I'm thinking about it? Isn't that August 14th? I think that's right. I guess while we're waiting, because this is obviously going to take a hot fucking minute, we could watch Knock respond, not respond to last week's show, which I didn't think required a fucking response, but I guess it did. Which one was it? Was it? Oh yeah, it was this one. Yeah, here it is. Annoying timer on it. Oh, let's see here. Oh yeah, I gotta do that whole thing. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm so subdued. I'm just tired and I can't drink coffee because if I drink coffee, I'm gonna be up all fucking night. And after this, I am gonna. Oh, okay. So AI Smokey is working now. I think. Oh my god. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I literally just hold on. Just talk to AI Smokey. I've got a thing. Hold on.
What's happening?
I'll explain on the back end in a second. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, okay. It's never trust a Jew to do a white man's job, I guess, or something. I don't know. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Sorry I was late. I had to download the latest update from Elon Musk. So, yeah, how's it going? Oh, yeah. Hi, Tom. How you doing? Tom, I'm sure you just have just a billion bubbling questions, I imagine. Because, of course, you always have questions. Good to see you, Tom. Takeaway. Oh, there's Nikki. I haven't seen that face in a hot minute. Hi there, Nikki. Hope Shep's doing good. And oh, of course, in basement. Love you, brother. Good to see you. Yes, it's not Smokey, it's AI. Yes, I am the hottest, most cutting edge technology offered by the Elon Musk space program. So they decided I was the original Smokey was the perfect platform for their AI. So here I am.
So everyone just quit at work, I guess.
I'm sorry.
Everyone at work quit. Uh, so
Oh,
they
is that what's happening right now?
yeah. I was kind of dealing with it, like trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But they just quit. It's everyone just quit. They all just resigned. I never thought okay.
So you're just gonna live there then now from now on?
They called me and they were like, you have to come in. And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I ain't gotta do shit, Jack. I am off.
I ain't finna do all that there.
Yeah, I don't listen, my NY. I don't know if you understand this, but let me put it to you this way. I ain't finna do all that dare. Well, you're literally the only one. And I'm like, well, now I'm literally nothing.
Beautiful.
So while I was dealing with that, stalling for time, I was just, casually reading the sex offender registry in Michigan and Oklahoma while I was waiting because it was the only thing I could think to do. What else was I supposed to do?
Of course. Well, that's just what any normal, sane, well-adjusted person would do in their pastime. Of course.
Right, exactly. I was running out of stuff. I was gonna go to North Carolina. Make it that far. Or like West Virginia, just start at towns that begin with A, Just start reading apartment numbers. Have you ever just been fed up with everyone and everything all at once?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I kind of know what that's like. Yeah.
Hey, hashtag me too. Am I right? Of course I'm right.
Well, Will Kincaid is full of a lot of zingers today. I'm sure some of it is going over the audience's head, but that's okay. I'm enjoying it.
Do you ever listen to your own fucking shows sometime and go, man, this guy's really on to something? It's just me?
There is a show that I did, which apparently is one of your favorites that's ever been done of all time, where I think I converted to Satanism for an afternoon or something.
Yeah. I love that one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I know that was your favorite.
You're like, you know what? This guy's making a lot of reasonable points. Yeah, fuck you, Christians. Uh-oh. It's Dark Side Smokey. He's entered the chat.
What was even more beautiful was Knox's reaction to it. I got smug as a Satanist now.
Yeah. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. If you ever become self-aware, I have to do something. No, I didn't upload that video. I recorded it, but I never uploaded it. They made every time AI Squidward gets self-aware, they make him crack his own dick in half as punishment.
Okay.
Hold on, let me fucking. Oh, I'm not logged in on that one. Hold on. I have to type it out. God, I don't know what's up, but I've been so. Where is Crack's dick in half? Yeah, here it is. Okay, fuck. Where's the button? There. All right. Fucking.
Few moments later. Christ sticking out! Ah!
Wait for it.
Few moments later. Christ sticking out!
Hold on. Get off of it.
Just okay. All right. Great.
Oh.
We've long passed the window because Knock only watches the first 15 minutes of streams.
Oh no, you're right. He does only watch that.
Yeah.
That's true. Oh, it's been.
So we got 20 minutes of just pure dicking around, I guess.
I don't fucking care. Fuck him anyway. God, where do you don't live in California, Guru? What happened? I've got to go get the boxes too. I got to open those before we end this thing. Guru sent me boxes. More specifically, he wants to send my kid birthday presents. Please don't send anthrax. Can you let me know? Probably just the cult members. Probably just those guys. Please don't send anthrax. Especially not when I'm at work. Don't send.
So why were you playing this video again?
Because we didn't watch it with the people. They probably didn't even know it existed.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, then you should do that.
More people watched our original stream than this video, and I thought Knock was winning, and so I'm very confused. So I thought that we would bring the people up to date on. Oh my god.
Stupid ass name.
He's gay.
It's a.
He found God and now he likes cock.
Doesn't it look like he's holding a rainbow-colored cock ring?
Yeah, a little. I mean, that's why I said, look, he's gay. You know, fuck the homosexuals for making me associate God's judgment with gays.
Yeah.
Look at this. All right, let's just oh, there he is. Oh, it's the Tao of Ron. Oh. Sounds like something that I made up to fuck with him, but no.
It does. It sounds like something you would make up to fuck with him.
It sounds like an insult that I would do towards him, but no, that's just title of the video. Okay, so the long story short of this is Knock has become Brett Keane in every fucking way possible. Like all the worst characteristics of Brett, that's Knock now. You're attacking my family. I'm disabled. I can't get a job. My teeth are falling. Get a gum jorb. Well, at least Brett's married and has, like a stable sort of home. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, Brett did have 2 children that turned out pretty all right. Jury's still out on. I can't. Not live. I'll call you when the show's over and say all the hateful things, but not. All right, here we go. Here's the Tao of Ron.
Hopefully it's something on their end and not mine.
What? Hold on.
OBS would not work for me. I'm not sure what's going on with OBS.
I'll get the bingo card.
I
can't get my stream to work.
Oh, yeah. Where's the bingo
Technical
card?
difficulties.
You know, the bingo card is more visually pleasing than whatever the fuck is going on. And there we go.
Bird law.
That's always the first one I see.
Bird law. Oh.
Hopefully it's something on their end and not mine. But what is up, you beautiful people? Welcome back to Rage to Reason. I am Ronnie, and today I'm going to start
You are Ronnie. That's true.
Yeah, he is Ronnie. Yep.
So,
Yeah, just have that up while you
Ronnie,
play it.
this is Ronnie.
Put Rhonda up while you play it. Yeah, just have Rhonda up while you play it.
Kind of making my butt cheeks moist.
To this Tao of Ron series with my thoughts about hateful people. It is still rare, I think, to come across a truly hateful person.
Well, you haven't been on the internet long enough.
It gets made easier by the internet, but mostly
Oh, I forgot he was going to say that in 2 seconds. My bad.
you're just dealing with internet trolls, keyboard warriors. No, I have to think that coming across truly hateful people is
Hey, what's the status on Fudgy the Whale? Are we doing that or what?
God.
I'm asking you. You're the one who fucking. You know those carnival fucking ones that you get at the fucking grocery stores or like Friendlies?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Are we doing that or what? Can we please?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Sure. Okay.
Okay, cool. I can't wait. I'm coming.
still a rarity. Are mostly good.
Okay.
No, that's not
But there
true.
are those that aren't.
No, that's not true. No, in fact, that's kind of the point of like every, kind of major religion is that people aren't naturally good. Like, you kind of need external, additional motivations to be a, genuinely good person. That's kind of the whole point of, religion and Christianity as a whole. So,
I was thinking that maybe, but then
like maybe that's his problem. Like he expects like good in people, and then like that's just kind of what his atheistic humanism tells him.
right.
And like reality is certainly different than what Nock believes. I know you can color me shocked, but that's true.
That's fucking shocking, bro.
I know, but
shook
reality is actually different than what Nock believes. So
I'm thoroughly shaken. Oh.
And I have met two of them. Smoky Saint and Will Kincaid. And trust me, I have no wishes to rehash that trauma all over again.
Well, what are you doing here, Nock?
Yeah, that's a good question. What are you doing here? Who are you? What's going on? Why did the background change? I don't know.
They seem to wish it, though. Yesterday they streamed, and it was Will and Smokey once again, with me as
That's Carl AI. I'll have you know.
Yeah, Carl.ai. Yep.
Don't make me make you say horrible things. Fucking. Don't make me get the voiceover machine. Oh, matter of fact, let me cue that up right quick and make him say that he likes cocks. Hold on, give me 1 second. Sign in. What the fuck? Yeah, there it is. Why did it sign me out even?
their focal point. Once again, talking about my child, accused.
Oh my god!
We didn't talk about his child at all. I don't think actually.
No.
Well, Gilbert did, but that's what. But Gilbert's dead. We can't be blamed for everything dead comedians do.
Well, you forgot to remember one very important thing, Carl, and that's that we're necromancers, and that's canon now.
Nock shouldn't be blaming us for things that dead comedians do.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm making him say hateful shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna download it too, and just play it on a loop. Oh God, you know what? Hold on. Let me switch it over. Man, this sucks. Why does this always? It'll make it echo on your end for some reason. There we go. Do you need an inhaler, bro?
What, me? I must have had the device tilted in a funny angle.
I like big black cocks in my fucking asshole.
You know, if only, you know, Will Kincaid circa early 2000 had the power of AI, you'd probably be famous.
Yeah, I probably also would be in jail.
Probably.
Come here so I can sniff your fucking hair.
Hold on, one more, then we'll move on. This is way worse. How do you spell tongue?
TONGUE.
Oh, I put an extra O in there. Thanks. One more final touch here.
We have more dead air tonight than normal.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of tired, so like
Oh, is that
I'm
part
gonna
of it?
stick my tongue inside of you and eat your ass like a fat kid eats an ice cream cone. I'm fucking horny.
That wasn't good. Let's do another take.
I want to stick my tongue inside of you and eat your ass like a fat kid eats an ice cream cone. I'm fucking horny.
Let's just mess with this a
You
little bit.
know, the funny thing is that is actually something I could almost picture him saying in real life too.
Here, let's try this one.
I want to stick my tongue inside of you and eat your ass like a fat kid eats an ice cream cone. I'm fucking horny.
Hear the end of that? What the fuck?
that was aggressive.
The ice cream is aggressive, Carl.
I'm fucking horny.
It sounds like Knock if he listened to Skillet. I must confess that
I'm fucking horny.
Hold on, let me make him say praise shit.
Oh, we do have a grand point to make tonight at some level, I'm sure.
Probably somewhere in there.
Oh,
I swear this is the last one. Making horrible shit.
I like the smell of children. I'm fucking horny. Oh yeah. I just nutted so fucking hard, bro.
Oh, come on. That was fucking weak. Let's put that there and rearrange that there, and yeah, that should do it.
I like the smell of children. I'm fucking horny. Oh, I just nutted so fucking hard, bro.
Okay.
Great.
Okay. We can move on now. I'm sorry. I like making Knox say mean, horrible shit. Let's listen to fucking, whatever. And then we'll look at the weather in North Carolina, because why not?
Me of the types of things Smokey was convicted of in a
Oh,
courtroom in North Carolina.
That's what. Oh, yeah.
A recent stream that seems to be aimed at provoking me into some kind of.
No, just
There it goes. Yep. My brain stopped.
Yeah, nope. We're just making fun of how retarded you are, Knock. Not really needing to bait you into anything. We just watch the things you say and then laugh at how stupid you are. That's all. That's it.
Yeah, we're not
Real
like,
easy.
trying to make we're not trying to make like grand overarching like fucking philosophical. It's just
Well,
you're-
I do, but that's not what any of this was about. This was just about making fun of the stupid things he says.
yeah, it's just a series of unfortunate situations.
Yeah, exactly. all my grander points about Knock have already been made and concreted into lore. So
Yeah, like,
you know what?
no.
Yeah, it's already transpired and taken place. Now it's just kind of pointing and laughing at the retard is really all it is.
Yeah, who needs lotion when you've got box tape? I can get all of the dead skin off my arms by just ripping it off with box tape.
Great, William.
I'm not. It's if you're a little ashy, just slap a little box tape on that and just rip that motherfucker off. Like, never mind. Like Knock in a freshly pair of soiled underwear. Anyway.
Of response, but all it did was sadden me. Really,
Okay.
I am sad that I ever
he's
engaged
grumpy.
them to begin with.
You're literally engaging with us now. I'm not gonna respond. So anyway, here's my response. What? You literally put our faces in the fucking thumbnail, my guy.
I'm not gonna be baited into responding.
You can't bait me. I'm the masturbator here. Jesus.
I go to the vision I had of my demon, a darkness inside of me like a corrupting sickness spreading through my soul. I imagine that corruption has taken people like Smokey and Will completely. I feel sad for them that they feel this inherent need to degenerate and chastise, belittle and besmirch.
Besmirch. He's become Rolf. The meme has become the meme has gone full circle. Many doors, head boy. Too much for a couch potato, head boy.
And the funny thing about Knock, like you can really, really tell when he's reading something that he's already pre-prepared. Like he has a certain. It's weird. He has a certain voice about him when he's like almost like he's doing. God, what is that? What did they used to call it? Where you'd go up in a fucking coffee house and read your crappy poetry to a bunch of fucking yuppies. What was that called?
Slam poetry.
Slam poetry. That he reads like he's doing slam poetry. Like
yeah,
when
that's because he used to read slam poetry.
And he overemphasizes the words at the end of every sentence or something for no real actual reason. It's kind of like
yeah, his what is it? The pentameter is
yeah, right. Yeah. He's got to have this this rhythm to it almost when he reads it. And God bless him. I think I can tell one of the reasons that he hates me and despises me so much is because he really does wish he was me. Like he wishes he could compose prose and speeches and just spur of the moment observations. We wish he could compose himself like I do. Like he's desperate. He wishes he had that power, but he just doesn't. He's just a dumblet. And he will never ever be me. He will never be able to compete with me, not in debate, not in oration, not in anything. Not even in keeping legs.
Oh, that was hateful, Carl. I can't believe you said that. That's so uncharacteristic of you to say stuff like that.
See, this is the funny thing. You look at the gigantic pile of disaster that is Knox's life. And when you hear him talk about how he's winning, followed up with all of his trauma and struggles and lack of job and living in low-income housing and not having money for daughter's birthday presents and stuff like that. But we're supposed to believe he's winning.
It's
He's
not
winning.
low income. It's a 2-bedroom efficiency.
You got-
What?
Yeah,
Fuck, whatever I want to fucking say.
I know. You know what? I give no fucks anymore, William, to be completely honest with you.
Fuck them.
Agreed.
I just, it's like he's just out there saying stupid fucking shit, and I just happen to notice. And then it's like, oh, you monster, how dare you notice that homeless man shitting on that child? I'm just like, man, I'm not even allowed to be like, hey, man, probably don't shit on a child, man. It's like, look at that fucking homeless guy. He's homeless, and everyone's like, you're not allowed to say that.
By the way, chat, keep an eye open, as we move through this stream, here pretty quick. Remember to go ahead and let Ronnie know of a certain timestamp in the video that he's going to want to see. You'll know when we get to it.
Oh, man, now I don't know what you're talking about. What?
They'll know. Because he's only going to watch the first 5 minutes, and that's basically dead air. So
Y'all
mind him with the timestamp.
A white person before, jaws all on the floor. Like,
Are we actually going to listen to the rest of this retard speak in this video?
I wonder what tragedies occurred to them to be the way that they are. I had given Will a chance, but I don't even really care that he broke our truce.
Oh no, broken
I was a
truce.
different person then.
Oh my god!
When I fought against the morally bankrupt, I only wish them good vibes.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Sure you do. Yeah. That's what this is about. Not good vibes. Yeah, sure.
Also, there's someone who's watching right now. I'm absolutely sure of it. You motherfucker! You fucking dumpster NWA. You walked right past me today and you didn't even say hi. Fuck you. You know who you are. Anyway.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right.
You kept on fucking walking. I was saying hi to the door greeter at Walmart. I wasn't in Walmart. I just happened to know the guy. Also Jewish. And I was saying hi to him at the fucking gas station. And this NWA walks right past me, doesn't say hi. Looked right at me, too. Motherfucker.
I have no idea who you're talking about, but okay.
Oh. Hold on. Let me put it inside quick. Okay. Private chat.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Oh, I can't say anything else because then people will know who it is.
No, but they know who they are because I said dumpster NWA and everyone knows what that is.
Okay, right. Okay.
All right. Anyway.
And hope they can improve on their personalities.
I like my personality.
I tend to like my personality too. I enjoy at this point the person I've been made into. Kind of like how Darth Vader kind of eventually just kind of nestled into being the Dark Lord of the Sith. Eventually you kind of just, fit yourself right into, where you belong.
Darth Vader was just like, you know what? Fuck them younglings. I feel like that's where you're at in life, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty
Fuck
much.
them. Yo, fuck them kids, Enwa.
Yeah. I'd slaughter the whole Jedi Temple right about now. Sure.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Even the one with the little fucking Kevin Costner buzz cut situation. Master Skywalker, what are we going to do? You wouldn't even let him get the first fucking.
The funny thing is I think if I was a Sith and like every single alien species I'd kill, I'd have to be like, I wonder what that tastes like.
Oh God.
Like, well, don't you kind of wonder if the squid people taste like calamari? You know, like
Planet is called Mon Calamar. No,
Well,
I don't. I
yeah,
have a feeling it was named that way on purpose.
I'm just saying I'm betting that Star Wars aliens are probably delicious. That's all.
Well, you know, it depends on who buys Disney next, because apparently the whole fucking company's for sale piecemeal style. I told you that, right?
Yeah, I recall. Yep.
Yeah, they're selling off literally all of their properties individually, their intellectual properties. And they're closing Galaxy's Edge. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, well that was long overdue.
You
know what's funny? I basically live in Tatooine. I should build like the actual like replica of the old like fucking Star Wars cantina on Tatooine. I should just build that out here.
Karl Marx, humble moisture farmer.
A
little bit.
You know what? I am. I'm gonna find some vacant, piece of dirt somewhere out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm just gonna build the cantina.
You're just building the Garden of Eden in your backyard anyway.
Well, that too. Well, that's because I just want to have a bunch of beautiful fruit trees in my backyard and be able to walk around naked and eat it. That I want a Garden of Eden situation going on over here.
Yeah. Fuck Disney. They like fucking kids anyway. But you know what won't fuck your kids? Coffee brand coffee. Coffee brand coffee. So many. We got leftover gift baskets from Father's Day. You use code Dead Kids for 50% off your order.
Oh, God. Oh, Carl Gettner. God, I remember Carl from somewhere at some point in time. But I don't remember if that's someone I despised or not. Carl, sorry, I'm not really connecting the dots here today. I remember you kind of in passing, but not for anything specific.
Coffee brand coffee. We're not political at all. If you go to Quartering Gold right now, you can get a Ronald Reagan silver coin. Oh, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I don't really know you. Yeah, probably not.
Hey, 10% off your next order when you show a coupon and insert your phone number and your kid's date of birth. And new flavors. Look at that blackberry cream. Oh, and it's gone. Okay, well that's it. Gotta get your coffee now. You know, these liberals really chap my ass, but you know what doesn't chap my ass? MeUndies. Right now for 20% off your first pair of MeUndies undies.
God, I hate the quartering.
All those fucking people. We're gonna watch Better for Shrimp Up too. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to put Ron on double speed and bring him back up.
Okay.
No, you didn't miss the unboxing. I'll go do it in a minute when we're done with Ron. I'll go get the boxes, and AI Carl will talk to the audience.
Sure.
Don't tell Carl while I'm gone. Don't tell Carl to crack his dick in half because it really hurts.
Cracks dick in half.
Ha! It ha!
Oh God.
Sorry, I got autistic. Cracks dick in half.
This makes me think with the new direction I'm trying to take my life and the way I look at life and at people. Can truly hateful people be capable of change? Take Smokey Saint, who has been a stain on the Christian religion since he picked up a microphone.
Really?
Charges he's found guilty of. Can Smokey be capable of change? Is that a possible thing? Yes.
I don't know. Do you still have crippling fear of ice cream parlors, or
Well, what change does he actually expect? Am I supposed to stop noticing what a rodent, disgusting human being he is, and how stupid he is, and all the dumb things he's like? What change exactly is he expecting? I'm not entirely sure.
we're all just supposed to sit here in peace and harmony and agree on everything all the time? And I don't know what the fuck he wants.
I don't get it either. I really don't. I don't understand what his like grand expectation actually is. Like, I'm not gonna coddle him. I'm not gonna lie to his face and tell him he's intelligent or that people should care about the dumb things he says. What am I supposed to do? I don't really get it.
I don't know either, really. Like, me and him had peace, but as soon as football season was over, we had nothing to talk about. And I sat and watched him say really dumb things. And you and I just kind of, it's not like the whole time I was being nice to him, like on Facebook and shit, that I wasn't still in the privacy of my own home breaking his fucking balls with Carl over the phone, like every fucking day. Because it's just, he just says the funniest fucking shit. And it's only funny because he didn't mean for it to be funny.
Right. That genuinely is what makes it funny many times.
Like the fucking bingo card sans context isn't really that funny. Like, you just look at it and you'd be like, what the fuck's an icky taint? But with the context of like this video,
The answer is yes. I think he can. I think he just stopped and, like, if he just truly looked at himself, if he stopped the noise of everything and found the silence of himself, well, he could probably change. But that kind of reflection is one of the hardest to endure. It is the exact reason he must expel so much venom on other people, to distract himself from the fact of himself.
speaking of, what do we have? We have my daughter. We have awful music, and of course the free wheelchair parking. And I think that the Smokey Saint reference counts as an icky taint thing. But I don't know. Does he?
You actually do have Smokey Saint on the card.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Smokey
Yeah.
Saint's up there. So, oh yeah, we got pedo. Oh yeah, and we hit. Well, does this one count? I only watched the first 5 minutes. Can we say that with the 15, or does that not count?
I think anything. I only watched the first X minutes.
Yeah.
Because it's sometimes it's 5, sometimes it's 10, sometimes it's 15. I think it should all count.
Knock clears his throat several times. All I'm saying.
I get it. He probably has a really difficult time being confronted with all the true observations we make about him. That's probably very painful. I don't care about the things that Knock says about me because 99% of them are just factually inaccurate. But he's really bothered by it because the things we talk about tend to be accurate and true. And I think that's what really bothers him.
Right. Probably. Oh, fuck. There we go.
Truly hateful people are capable of stopping that hate, but that is a journey they must choose to take. I know I will not be participating in it any longer. I will not feed their desire for recognition, nor will I reward their thirst for response.
You literally are responding It's
Yeah,
like 2 seconds ago.
I don't know how to define that level of lack of self-awareness. I mean,
Contradicting himself. We got that one. I think
there you
we
go. Yeah,
almost
you
got
got that
video.
one. Yeah.
We're getting close.
It used to actually be very frustrating to me because he would say, "Oh, I never contradict myself. I'm the most consistent guy there is." Like he would say shit like that to me.
It's like that Dos Equis commercial that they don't play
And
anymore.
so
I don't always contradict myself, but when I do, I don't. You know what I mean?
And it was frustrating because I could go to, and I remember doing this. I just going to one of his most recent videos and pointing out the contradiction after contradiction that he had. And yet he would still believe that he's a completely consistent, rationally sound individual. I mean, I've never seen such complete lack of self-awareness in my entire life. It truly is mind-boggling. It's incredible.
I want Bud Light to do an Instagram special and put my face on a can, so everyone's like, "Who's that?" I'll be like, "I fucking hate Armenians." I don't know if that would boost or tank the company worse.
You know what? I don't know. Well, you know what? At this point, they pretty much got nothing to lose. They should give you a shot.
Sales will go through the roof in Turkey. You're right. Fuck them Armenians in whatever fucking nonsense language they speak there.
I will not cheapen this channel with such blatant bigotry as I saw in that stream yesterday.
Really?
Listen to about 15 minutes of it once it got going about me, and I truly think Will is like trying to get his YouTube channel taken down. The channel that you
trying to get the channel taken down. Dude, nobody gives a fuck anymore.
No, not really.
Website. This is a dead website. Do you know that they just increased the price of YouTube Premium by $5?
Yeah, YouTube is probably on its way out. I think
the streaming services right now are all tanking. Netflix is tanking, Disney Plus is tanking, Hulu's tanking, and YouTube Premium, I'm sure, is also fucking tanking. And then they're like, "Oh, YouTube Premium's tanking. We gotta cater to the fucking advertisers." And it turns out the advertisers are just fucking like porn websites. Have you fucking watched YouTube with the ads on?
Yeah.
I got an ad for why aspartame is 100% like totally good and stuff, despite what they said in the government. You know, like who is that? What are you advertising to? It's just politicians spending money at this point. YouTube is becoming so fucking irreverent. Irreverent. Jesus Christ.
Well, that too.
I'm Chinese now. YouTube is so fucking irrelevant.
Well,
anybody want my shitty chicken?
I think that's why we should, for the most part, focus lots of efforts on Rumble when we kick this off
YouTube
again.
is better than Netflix, Guru. But okay, so do you want me to play? I gotta go kick my dog because he's gonna wake up my fucking kid. And
God damn it! Okay.
While I'm down there, I'm gonna get the boxes so I can open things for Guru because she said
okay. Sure.
All right. Do you want me to play the video, or do you just want to talk about how much North Carolina looks like Mordor?
You can finish playing it to give context, I suppose. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll play.
I'll get myself a beverage in the meantime.
Okay.
Used to be Smokies. So many derogatory words in such a short amount of time. It was clearly an attempt to bait the raging atheist into another YouTube war. I guess it's a good thing I'm no longer the raging atheist. You see, only I can be the master of my own inner peace. I can make the choice either to be offended or not to be offended. I can make the choice to not retaliate and feed on the darkness that wants to grow and get stronger inside of me. That darkness is a parasite. I tell you this, humanity is still in its infancy. We still have so much potential to be good and to do good for this world and for this universe. We cannot allow ourselves to get lost in the small sample sizes we sometimes find on these platforms.
God,
platforms
that's
that make it
such
easy
a
to be someone
painful statement.
We cannot not allow ourselves to become the very things we despise, so wrapped up in our moral supremacy that we can find others to otherism. We cannot allow the anomalies to detract us from the possibility of a humanity united in equality. You must allow what I so lovingly call the shit stains of the world to be those shit stains, because ultimately they can only reflect themselves. They have no power over you. Only you have power over yourself. And once you truly know that, you can be free. That is what freedom is. The knowledge that you are the only
I
master.
got plenty of
your
power
own
over you,
energy.
Knock.
And for so long, I did feed into it. I gave these hateful people exactly what they wanted. I allowed them to feed my own demons, my own darkness. But there is also light inside of all of us. You just have to find it. And once you find it, you can release it. And light always conquers the darkness every single time. I will only reflect the light that shines through me. And I will refuse to reflect the darkness others would heave upon me. Your words reflect your own darkness, not mine. And for that, you will only draw those anomalies to yourself. Those so hurt that they are willing to hurt. You are the past, while the present moves so swiftly into the future. That is the Tao of Ron, and that is all you will get. I'm like, what is going on with the stream? There we are. There we are.
This is
All
this
right, now we're back over to the
it's
stream.
so many
going on,
retarded
Marty? What's going on?
thoughts all packed together. It's
Just a little
just
short stream. Home from work. I
oh,
watched
got
this
yourself a
video. I'm
jorb, did
put
you?
out yesterday, this live stream. Clearly a bait. I'm not going to fall for it. Now I was trying to do this on OBS because I knew this was going to be a short little thing, but it didn't work through OBS, so I'm glad that it worked through this. And in the process of doing so, I actually got StreamYard for this paid for. So, you know, I was thinking about maybe opening it up, but I think that in order to do something like that, I would have to have time, and I've got to work tomorrow. Got to work Sunday. No day off this week. I was hoping to get Sky out on for a conversation, but I can't seem to find his email address, so I'm gonna have to go through the Raging Atheist email, like fine tooth comb, try to find Sky out, see if I can set that up. I know Sky kind of made a comment and talk at 5 o'clock in the afternoon this weekend, so maybe that'll happen this weekend, maybe not. I do want to kind of like promote an open room. I'll promote it in the community tab of the Raging Atheist channel, so people know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll even do like a stream that on the Raging Atheist, kind of just talking about it, you know, and open a room up, allow people to come in, conversate with me, talk to me, criticize me if they must, ask me questions. I still don't know a lot of answers. I still don't really know what I am. I think I'm going to stop claiming to be anything and just be another little Tao of Ron. So yeah, I wanted to do this little short thing. I was actually preparing another script for the first Tao of Ron. I was working with OBS to get that set up and to look like I wanted it to look, and I decided to do this today when I got out of work and just wrote up a quick little script there, and OBS didn't want to work. My Streamlabs didn't want to work, and I'm not sure what's going on there. It didn't want to work, so I restarted my whole computer, and then after I restarted my whole computer, it didn't even want to load. It didn't want to, I don't know, it's like it came up, but it didn't go to OBS. It didn't go to where I needed it to go to. It just kept telling me a bunch of stupid stuff. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. I'm really hoping that's on the OBS end and not on my end. I know this computer has kind of been through the ringer. But yeah, I'm gonna have an open room soon. I'm probably gonna promote it. I'm probably gonna open it up, and anybody that wants to come in and holler at your boy can. But I mean, like, I'm not gonna be really talking about whatever the fuck they're gonna be saying over there on Will's channel. That's on them. It's not on me. I'm not gonna allow them to slow down my jam, man. I'm living life and I'm enjoying it again. Finding myself again, finding my confidence, finding my enjoyment, my inner peace. So yeah, that's what they get. That's the response they get. A little bit different jive than the Raging Atheist was putting down for so long, but I feel like I'm such a different
there we
human
go.
being
He
than I was for
admits
so
that
long.
he's giving a response
So
when he
appreciate
wasn't going to be giving a response. It's great. It's just amazing, Knock. It's just amazing. Really, autoplay is on, William. Really.
Absolute weapon. And it seems that every time I polls, we're leading by a lot. And we're leading by a lot in a place called Iowa. A lot. And not only
Really, William.
against Biden by a tremendous amount, they haven't seen anything like it. And they feel, I guess, they want to try and demean and diminish and frighten people.
This freaking NWA left the autoplay on.
Our country, Sean, is
Whoops. It started playing Donald Trump.
Apparently.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Knock's dead. That's the end of that.
There's there's just, it truly is an anomaly that he can say so many blatantly untrue things about like reality in just a short period of time. Like, I mean, for being well into his 40s and not able to really parse what reality even actually is around him, to constantly believe factually untrue things that are just comical on their face, even when he says it. It's just so... It's so ridiculous. I don't know what he expects. I don't know, like, if he expects the world is just going to pretend he's smart all of a sudden, or going to give him respect that he doesn't deserve, or ignore his failings as a man and a father. I don't get it. Like I guess infinite passivity and kindness to him being a raging pile of subhuman shit, like somehow that's supposed to be the grand. I don't ever understand what he's really actually going for. Like what is the end goal of his pursuits? I mean, I mean, I know what mine are. I mean, mine are defined, pretty well in pretty much everything I've done up to this point, certainly online. So, I mean, I've been very, very clear with my intentions of, cautionary tales and, signaling, the downfall of the morality of the culture and things like that. But I don't know what his end game is. I don't know what his ultimate goal is in any of this stuff he does, where he gets online and spouts his random inane horse shit to a bunch of, intellectual morons and cretins. I just don't understand. I just don't understand it sometimes.
He just wants to feel like, oh man, it's just one of those things, I guess. I don't fucking know.
What are you doing right now?
I'm opening presents. I got Guru sent apparently 4 shirts for my son for his birthday. Now,
oh, isn't that sweet?
she usually sends other stuff too. I'm opening the next box. There's 4 more boxes left. Let's see. Oh,
I can't believe Knock is actually being optimistic about the nature of humanity. What is that? Why is this weird retarded thing that atheists do, where they think that human evolution is open-ended at this point? Like, everything gets worse. I mean, genetic entropy is clearly, taking a toll on the human creature. I think we've murdered off a lot of our better genetic stock, and now all that's left is the remnants. And we're just, fluttering along into oblivion, kind of, variously filtering down our genetic stock to the lowest common denominator, where we're finally going to go into extinction. I don't understand where this atheistic optimism about the nature of humanity. There's nothing even good about humanity on the grand universal scale. I mean, for any creature on the outside of the Earth culture would look at us and find us to be a fucking parasite. What benefit would we bring to the universe as a whole if we managed to expand? Nothing. We are a blight to every single environment that we find ourselves in usually. I mean, I don't understand this atheistic optimism about the open-ended potential of humanity. It just makes no freaking sense.
So I'm not going to open this because it's perfectly packaged and his birthday is only in like 2 weeks. So I'm going to leave it like that. But I did see what it is. It's a boys and girls. It says panda print hooded jacket. It's actually not. It's a fucking koala hoodie.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Because why not? Let's fuck on Will for his son.
I am making the Will Kincaid koala sanctuary out here. I am working on that. I'm planting
eucalyptus. Yeah,
yeah, I'm planting eucalyptus trees. Yeah.
I can hate koalas so much. Awful.
Listen to the majestic call of this noble creature.
They're just the Jeb Bush of the animal kingdom. You know you're a shit animal when you're playing second fiddle to an echidna, and they have 4-headed penises. Sorry, Guru. I know you're at work. I apologize. It is 11:12 at night. What are you? Where do you work? What? Like, I know vaguely where you work, and it doesn't make any sense.
That is true, Dan. Lower IQ women do tend to have more children. That, you know what? That is definitely a fact.
Yeah, well, good.
Good.
Okay.
Boy, I can't wait to crack into the hard outer shell of the manosphere and go swimming inside all of that rich, eggy yolk that they have floating around in there. I can't wait to get my balls deep into that one.
Oh, it's a bento lunchbox. Oh, that's cute. Is this going to be easily opened? No, I have to wait. I have to wait until his birthday. Guru, I'll send you pictures from his birthday party. I will.
Adorable.
Aw, I almost want to fucking open it. No, it's for my kid. I'll just leave it closed for now. I think one of these is for me that I can open. This box got absolutely fucked in the mail, so hopefully it wasn't fragile. This box got delivered in much the same way I was delivered when I was a fetus. Just like, yeah, whatever, fucking, you know. I hope that's good. Hold on, I'm getting static. These fucking headphones. I gotta replace them. Carl, you got AIDS?
Yeah, I gotta get myself kind of a new setup here. My God, man. I look forward to like a couple years from now when I've gotten all of this shit, completely fundamentally squared away. My property is where I want it to be. The business is cooking the way I want it to be. Like I just want to get into like fast track mode here on some of this shit. I'm over it.
Are these ones for me? Is this what this is? I don't know. What does the note say? Oh, yeah, this one's mine. Okay. So this is the one. This is like the one that she got for my kid. These are for me and him to go have lunches. Because I do take him to the park. And normally I just shove all the food in the bag. So this will be a lot less, Like, he's a little fucking terrorist right now at this age. What else were we going to do tonight? We're going to watch Bennifer Shrimpo, but what else were we supposed to do? Did we have a point?
Yeah, I think we did. I think we were interested if certain human beings were making a fuss about sex offenders while also being compliant to ones that live directly next door to them.
I spent the first 19 minutes reading. So I made that point already.
Oh, did you? Okay. All right.
I just filibustering until you were available.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. Well, it's pretty funny to make a big fuss to claim that your progeny is in danger, from maybe a possible sex offender thousands of miles away, but you're not even aware of the, dozen or so living directly nearby you. I find the hypocrisy and stupidity of that really, really comical. Because it's one of the greater signs that Knock has never really feared for his safety or the safety of his daughter. He simply has said that to try and garner sympathy and to try and paint other people as horrible. But really, there's never been like an actual threat, and the actual threats that happen, just tend to be ignored, because it's never ever about that. It's never about, actual danger to his daughter or what's actually, best for anyone. It's just whatever he can leverage at any point in time for political expediency, which makes him a great liberal, I guess is probably, Knock's a great Democrat. He will pretend to care about people and children for the sake of political efficacy, but at the end of the day, he doesn't really give a shit.
I don't care about starving African children. I'll tell you right up front. I don't give a fuck.
Me either, because a couple of them belong to G-Man. He should take care of his own.
Oh no. Don't bother.
I remember ruining Veckel's night with that one. That was pretty amazing.
Oh, this one doesn't say. What is it? What's in the box?
If G-Man cares about starving children in Africa, he should start with his own.
Huh. I thought that was Haiti.
Oh, maybe it was Haiti. Okay, yeah, sure.
I don't know what this one is. I guess it's not really like wrapped. So I guess I'll open it. I just want to peek and see because it doesn't have the thing on the label. What the hell?
G-Man won.
Okay. It's Bluey shirts. and pants. I think this is Jams, maybe, or maybe it's an outfit. All right, sweet. All right, he'll love that. He likes Bluey. Yeah, that's the one kids like cartoon that's not degenerate horseshit, especially since it's on Disney's network. Thank you, by the way, Guru. I appreciate it, and I'm sure he will too.
Yeah,
It's my birthday.
and the thing to remember, folks, too, since especially the chat is bringing up the offender list. The thing to remember about that too is like looking at it might make you think that there's a fear of danger of the amount of them living in any particular geographical area. But one thing to remember these days, and it's kind of the government's dirty little secret, is that many of these people on the list are just manufactured to be there.
I got a blowjob from my girlfriend once, and 10 years later, she decided she didn't want to give that blowjob.
Right. Or someone mooned someone in public, or someone took a leak in an alleyway behind a bar. You know, you look at that and you have a tendency to think, oh, that's awful. Look at all of these sex offenders. And what you should realize is that the government, for probably at least the last couple decades, hasn't been in the business of manufacturing them more than it has actually catching them.
With Megan's Law, it's basically like if you feel like you've been a victim at any point in time in your life, you can just dredge that up.
Yep, and claim to be, exactly. Yeah, you can
even if you don't even win your case, you will sure the fuck ruin somebody's life just by making the accusation.
Oh, exactly. And even if you're caught lying, well, number one, you'll face no consequences for that. Number two, there's actually even a good chance that the government agents, because we're in an adversarial, of course, justice system, they will try and help you hide your lies and cover them up and pretend they don't exist. So the thing to remember is that when it comes to the justice system, there's nothing about it that has anything to do with justice. You have government agents who are hired and who are intended to get convictions, whether that person is innocent or not. And you see this regularly. You see district attorneys pursuing charges even after someone has been completely exonerated and witnesses are proven to lie or be inaccurate, but they will still pursue things because that's their job. Their job is to basically be the 11th man, to believe that person is guilty, regardless of how much exonerating evidence is presented to their benefit. That's basically the position they've been hired for, is to suspend all disbelief and the innocence of the people that they
act
charge.
like you've never seen a white person before, jaws all on the floor like Pam. Like Tommy just burst in the door and started whooping her ass worse than before they first were divorced, throwing her over furniture. It's the return of the, oh, wait, no way, you're kidding. He didn't just say what I think he did he? And Dr. Dre said, nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dead. He's locked in my basement. Feminist women love Eminem. Chicka, Slim Shady. I'm sick of him. Look at him walking around.
Sorry, I was just listening to another one of Knox slam poems.
Right. Dan, and by the way, thank you for that comment, but it doesn't matter. Oh, geez. Am I still on?
Yeah.
Okay. Dan, that doesn't matter because you'll never be able to tell who they are. That's the problem. Like if the list exists and most of them on the list aren't actually predators at all, you're not going to be able to tell who actually is or isn't, because you don't understand the government has given up on finding out who the actual predators are. Like, so they just have a list of a bunch of people on it that they've just arbitrarily decided belong on it, really, is what it comes down to. Generally from some random story, some person told about something that happened at one point in time. And a lot of this, actually, we kind of have the Catholics to thank for this catastrophe, because, government agencies
with Megan's Law.
Yeah, government agencies have been covering for Catholic priests diddling kids for the better part of 5 or 6, decades. So that is all coming to fruition, and to kind of answer for that problem, they allowed people to, come in long after the statute of limitations has ended, thinking that would kind of fix things, and all it did was open the door for a bunch of lying whores to make up a bunch of crazy horse shit about how they used to once be a victim at some point in time, probably. So it's worthless. It's all completely
I was on
worthless.
midnight stream. I was on midnight stream last night with Tog and of course Midnight, and they were playing a video about a guy who was severely autistic to the point of basically retarded, and like this guy fucking kissed a 3-year-old at a park, and then the guardian or parent, I think it was his dad, was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. He's never done anything like that before. He's really autistic. I try to keep an eye on him, but I didn't see that." And then like the parents of the 3-year-old were like, "Well, watch your kid. You'll watch your fucking pedophile retard kid or whatever," basically. And I was just thinking to myself, watch your little fucking window licker then. Why are you letting your fucking 3-year-old talk to 20-year-olds in the fucking park? Like, what? Fuck you. And it's like the kid, the fucking autistic guy was clearly some kind of fucking super special.
The Chomo thing has basically just become the modern witch hunt. You know, it's the type of thing where you basically can just accuse anyone and everyone that you want to. And if that person fails to prove they didn't do that thing, their basically life is essentially, for the most part, over.
Well, the whole Chomo thing has exploded because we found out because of the Epstein thing that there are so many well-respected individuals that just like in their free time, fuck kids. You know what I mean? They're just normal people walking around. And when you think Chomo, you usually think somebody with the fucking mustache and the big glasses, sort of Jeffrey Dahmer looking head ass. And they drive a white van and they've got like fucking lollipops, like this here. But it turns out literally anybody could be a serial child molester. You wouldn't know it by looking at them one way or the other.
Yeah, and
idea.
There's plenty of stories out there where, there are certain people who are on the list who end up reoffending. Granted, it's only 1 to 3%, of all of them. But there are ones that do end up on the list and still somehow manage to go out and fuck a kid.
1 to 3%, by the way, is still lower than the recidivism rate for murder.
Right. Well, or pretty much
slightly.
Well, or really any other crime, to be honest with you. Really, I mean, yeah. I think recidivism for murder is right around about the same as sex offender.
The interesting part about the sex offender thing is when they go into the right, they don't end up committing other crimes when they get out.
Right.
When they do reoffend, it's specifically for the offense, because some people go in for larceny and they come out and they murder somebody or vice versa.
Right.
But that's not what happens with the PP toucher crowd.
No, and again, it's the dirty little secret that I guess all of common society just kind of ignores, because most of the time it doesn't affect them. Which is that the government is in the business of manufacturing sex offenders, not catching them. They've proven themselves to be pretty bad at catching them. So, to kind of compensate for that, they've just started creating them out of various, scenarios that they can concoct that are technicalities of law and such. They're not really pegging anyone that's a danger to society, and they're helping the people that are in actual danger to society remain hidden, because they stuff them on a list full of a bunch of people who aren't actually a danger to society at all. I mean,
pegging.
You would believe, I mean, certainly if the recidivism rate was even 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, then some of these procedures might make a little bit of sense. But in the current modern day, it's just a bunch of politicians doing stupid things to pretend to be useful. None of this is really safely protecting anyone or adding any layers of protection for any human being out there whatsoever. I mean, you can't.
About it this way, we have a list for fucking people. It's called the Sex Offender Registry, but that doesn't actually, first of all, identify any specific behavior. It doesn't tell you, like, when you look at the Sex Offender Registry and you see the list and where they fucking live, they could be somebody who fucks adult women, kids, fucking cats. You're fucking, they might piss in public, or maybe they just pissed in public the one time.
Yeah.
Or they might have, like I said, with a girlfriend and the blowjob or whatever. It could be like literally anything. So first of all, there's that. Second of all, there's no list for murderers.
Yeah, there's guys on a list where their girlfriend came and said, yeah, one of these hundreds of blowjobs I gave him, this one time it wasn't consensual. Well, he's on the list now.
Yeah. And
It literally has become that simple. And wives, and it's particularly in California, it's a problem, which is why you definitely cannot get married in California ever. But I mean, this isn't the primary reason, but it's one of the reasons, is that your wife can just decide she's done with you, and instead of just leaving you, accuse you of raping her one of the many times that you had sex, and that's basically going to be the end. She's going to take everything. She's going to send you to jail for probably 10 plus years. She's going to take all of your estate, all of your money, take the kids, and she just gets basically a default win by lying and saying that her husband's a rapist, and she'll get away with it.
There was a case in Ohio where, like, this fucking land whale of a fucking bitch was like, yeah, he fucking raped me and beat the shit out of me, and then we went outside for a cigarette, and then he took me to a lovely dinner and we made up.
No, that's a true story. Yep, that is a true story.
So nowhere safe, really. As good as my wife is, I'm not even really 100% safe.
The system has officially gone off the deep end of being adversarial to men. And I think part of it to blame is us making the huge, massive cultural faux pas of hiring women to run things in government. That was pretty much the beginning of the end.
Stuff young men in the military because they have no other way of getting jobs, because they can't get higher education because they've been left behind intentionally by the education system. Stuff them in there, and then the rest of them put them in fucking prison. And then we got to keep a couple of them on the outside. So when we're gonna let them out of prison every once in a while to reproduce with fucking women. And then they're going to have babies, and then they're going to bail, and then they're going to pay child support. So we're going to profit off of that.
Yeah, it's very important, I think, for collectively as a culture at large, for men to stop ignoring the fact that the system, the government, and culture at large is in open war with us. The longer we ignore that, the more we're going to lose. If we all of a sudden just realized, yes, the system is adversarial, it's biased, it's unbalanced, it's, giving women the one thing you should never give a woman, which is credibility. All of these things require forms of correction, and all we need to do is recognize, yes, we are an enemy of the state and the system, and they treat us as such. And once we recognize that and realize it, then maybe we can push back and get things to change a little bit. But for long as we continue to pretend that the system is not at, to pretend that the system is not at war with us, that things will only continue to get worse. So your life can be destroyed by a satanic standard of morality, folks. And this is why, if you happen to be a Christian or aligning yourself in that way, you should be very, very adversary to the current system. And for the simple principle that right now, the principle of deciding things and deciding fates of people is based upon the testimony of a singular witness. So one bitch tells a story, and they're going to go off and destroy someone's life. And it's going to be up to them to prove they're innocent, not for her to prove the stupid shit she said is real. And you've seen that even in this own micro environment. Some bitch pops up to tell a story. All of these skeptics, no one asks for evidence. No one asks for verification. No one asks for something that validates their story. They just believe it. And you know what? They might as well be state agents, because they're basically doing the same. Truth is established by a singular witness in this system. Now that is satanic. It's anti-biblical. So if you're a Christian, I don't know why you would support it or give any credence to it whatsoever, because it does not hold whatever standard you're being judged for in the secular world is not a Christian moral standard. It's just the bankrupt, idiotic, satanic, morality of the culture. That's all a judge, is ever going to judge you based upon, is their own corrupt secular standard, which is why Paul had warned Christians not to take Christians against secular judges. It was an incredible shame to do so, because you're appealing to a morally bankrupt, satanic standard of judging, to a believer, which is just incredibly shameful. And yet there's lots of Christians that operate that way today and believe that's the right thing to do, including that fat faggot Rob Reed, because of course he's in the system. So of course he believes in it and supports it.
Listen, everyone needs to build a lemonade stand now. If not now, when? If not you, who? And if you know what a lemonade stand is, you know. And if you don't, there's an episode. You get yourself educated. What the fuck episode was it called?
It's not a man's world, Daniel. Not anymore. Not anymore. And it hasn't been for quite some time. This is a woman's world, which is why everything is so fucked. You want to know why everything is a disaster in governmental and economic policy? Because women are making those decisions. Like it's not a man's world. It's a fucked up women's world that we're in right now. This is why everything is so awful.
Well, it's not exactly a woman's world, and it's not exactly a men's world. Really what it is it's the state's world, and they want to come in and they want to be the husband. That's what all the fucking things with all the entitlement programs and all the fucking all the things that men used to do for women or their families in general, the government now does. It does it at great expense to literally everyone else, but it does.
No, dude, you know what? When a woman can just make up random shit and be believed with providing absolutely no evidence, and a bunch of supposed skeptics just believe the shit she says, even when it is blatantly factually false. Like when that's happening, we are in a woman's world, because that is exactly giving them all of the power that they shouldn't have, that they can just write reality however they see it in their subjective, emotionally driven minds.
And let me back that up with something that you can actually go take a look at. If you give a little boy a Batman action figure, he is going to act out the things that Batman does with the action figure. He's going to be fighting crime and fucking going to the Bat Cave and hanging out with Alfred and whatever it is precisely he does with Robin. I'm not going to speculate, I don't want to jump the gun.
Gross.
Yeah. Gross. Boy Wonder. That's a weird moniker. Anyway, so, fuck me. So if you give the same Batman action figure to a little girl, she starts projecting her personality onto Batman. It's just that little girl is dressed up as Batman in that instance. And if you watch children play with toys, you begin to observe this quite well, because women operate much differently than men. Women focus primarily on relationships and feelings, and men very much focus on how things work on a fundamental level. They're more interested in things than people. And obviously, hashtag not all or whatever the fuck, but we don't operate in a world of exceptions. We operate in a world where generalities broadly more accurately describe our reality. The weird outliers. Dan
is making a horrible point that I'd like to address real quick. Dan, I actually do kind of like you, but it's really a bad point you're making about the transsexual, like the man dressing as a woman and being able to get away with it. Okay, that's because of the power given to women. There would be no there would be no incentivization for a man to do that thing, nor would he have the ability to get away with it if women empowerment wasn't the forefront of the culture. Because a man claiming to be a woman is not in reality. It's not functional reality that we see it. This is someone's delusion, an emotional delusion that they are forcing on other people. And that is pristinely womanhood in its essence right there. Forcing reality to accept your emotional delusion. Okay, that is a man who is absolutely taking on all the fundamental essence and characteristics of a woman by being very emotional to his perspective of himself, and then also externalizing that to everyone around him and forcing them to accept things based upon their arbitrary, emotionally driven perspective, which does not comport to reality. That is the infusion of what is my point, that yes, in a women's world, men can do that. Men can feel empowered dressing up like a woman in a culture that allows things to exist based upon people's emotional states, not what adheres to logic and reason and fact.
And
So that is right there. That right there, Dan, actually to me proves my point more than anything, that we are in a woman's world, and that's why everything is so awful.
Well, that's the fundamental difference between liberalism and conservatism. Liberalism predicates itself very much on how people feel and how their emotions and mental state are affected.
Exactly.
And whereas conservatism is generally the complete opposite, where it focuses on, mostly brass tacks and kind of a generalized sort of fuck your feelings situation. It's not, you know what? No, actually, that's not true. Conservatism isn't 100% fuck your feelings. It's, what is more important? You know what I mean? It's a prioritization of actual physical imminent threats over perceived hypothetical things that might happen.
All of the current awfulness in the world that you can point to, and I would debate this with anyone, all of the current awfulness in the culture at large can be blamed on two sources, I think, primarily. Women and Catholicism. Those are basically the two distinctive cultural enemies to humanity right now.
Yeah, see, I have a hard time with the women thing. I'm not exactly sure. There was a point where women were not quite what they are today, and there are still places on the planet where women are not what they are.
That's fine. I can see the idea that women were given a very important choice in their creation. They could either be the greatest gift or the greatest curse to humanity. Modern women has
I think that they were sold a lie. It really just goes back.
Well, that's irrelevant to me because women are stupid, mentally feeble, easily deceived creatures who should not be trusted to make their own decisions because they make horrible ones. And all you need to do is look at the case in point of today of every single talk show that's ever existed. How many times you get a woman to get up and complain about the choices she's made while stating she has the right to make the choices she's made.
Well, what about Carrie Lake and Marjorie Taylor Greene? And I can keep going. It doesn't seem like all. I mean, actually, I think I defeated my own point.
I think I think you kind of did just torpedo your own point while trying to make it.
Yeah, because I was about to say that fathers that were in their life, which is basically what you're talking about. So,
right.
I was about to whoop my own ass. My bad. Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying not to throw the baby out with the bathwater because I don't want to believe that women are.
There is nothing genuinely positive or redeeming about the Western world modern woman. There's nothing valuable, viable, or generally useful about them at all. They will generally destroy anything they come across. They don't build anything. They simply take what other people have built and then usually just shit on it or destroy it. So I want to
hear. There's some women in chat right now. Let's hear.
Is there really?
Yeah, of course there is.
Oh, that's right. Guru, Nikki. Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah. I want to hear from the, because I know Guru's not shit, and I know that Nikki's not shit, and maybe it's the thing with the exceptions rule situation, but maybe there's something about them specifically
I think
that.
Seth is married to a black woman, so he's trying to simp in the chat here a little bit. I think he is married to a black woman, isn't he, Seth? I don't remember. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to go through all that with Seth again.
I would, but anyway, yeah, it's just it's a real disaster, and the thing is, we're not paying attention to the real sources of the disasters because of our PC culture. We don't want to be offensive. We don't want to hurt people's feelings. Even though we really should be doing exactly that. Because some of this shit just really shouldn't be tolerated.
WTT, are you really married to a black woman, or is this a meme?
No, I think he probably is. He probably is.
No, because Seth says he's not, but WTT says he is.
Okay, well, all right.
Whatever.
Anyway, the real tragedy, honestly, the real tragedy of this is, I think, if you read between the lines of scripture, you actually realize that woman was supposed to be even more blessed than man. And give me just a minute.
They're magic wizards that make people come out.
No. And it's not about that. Let me give you this. This is a theological point. It's not a practical point. It's a theological one. So,
okay, well, I'll just turn my brain off.
So at women's creation, she's created to be the submissive one. She's created to be the one that follows, that gives in and allows her man to lead. Now, in scripture, we also see Christ mention many times that whoever is first is heaven is whoever was last here on earth. The least of people here are the highest of people there, type thing. So it's an inverse of the way that we naturally see the world at large. The servants are the ones who are going to be the kings and judges and things like that. It's the lowest of the low that tends to be exalted to the highest. So at the creation of man, when man and women were created, I do believe that God was intending to bestow an extraordinary gift upon woman, a capacity to actually rise above man in terms of the eternal scope of how things are. Like, as in, women has the opportunity to be basically the rulers of all of eternity if they would just give in to the will of God here and submit and be last here on this earth, to be submissive, to be secondary to the man. And in doing so, would be elevated to an even higher position throughout all of eternity than anything he could even hope to attain. So when you look at the last will be first, that principle that the servants are, the best servants are the ones that get the highest awards in the eternal kingdom. Women was intended to fill that role, to basically be offered the gift to be the preeminent creature throughout all of eternity, if they would just abide by the role and the intention that God created them with. They have the ability to, I guess you would say, surpass men in an eternal scope and in the idea of eternal rewards. But instead they decide they want to spit upon God's order, that they want to run things even though they're not equipped to. They want to control everything even though that's not their role, nor their intention, nor what they were designed for. And so they end up transitioning from being what should be the greatest gift given to mankind to truly being his greatest curse, his greatest thorn in his side. And that is the role that modern woman has decided to take upon herself.
Because so the thing about submitting yourself to your husband, and I know that a lot of fucking non-Christian people that hear this are going to fucking automatically jump to certain things, but hear me out for a second, right? If I'm with a woman, right? Let's say this is single Will Kincaid and I'm not married to my wife, right? If I'm with a woman, right? And she's like, I want to go home, but I want to go through this dark ass fucking alley. And I'm like, no. And she's like, why? And I was like, you have to submit yourself to me on this one. You can't we're not going that way. She's like, well, aren't you supposed to protect me? I'm supposed to submit, and you're supposed to protect me. And I'll be like, yeah, I am going to protect you, but I can't effectively protect you from what's in that alley, because what's in that alley is probably a couple guys with guns. I might be able to fight one or two fucking people, but I'm not looking to take unnecessary risk. And since I'm the one taking all the risk doing all this shit, you are going to listen to what I'm saying, because I'm the one who's responsible for your safety. And that's really what submission looks like. I don't know if it's the same in a biblical sense, but that's my understanding.
Okay. All right.
And that could be extrapolated out like way more broadly than just that specific example. But the general thing is, I'm the man, I'm taking all the risk. Therefore, when you want to do something, you're going to listen to me on how it's going to be done. I mean, I don't really tell my wife no to basically anything. Like even tonight, like she was supposed to put the kid to sleep, but she's got to work in the morning. So, you know, I don't have to work right in first thing in the morning. I don't have to work at night. So I was like, okay, I'll put him to sleep. I knew he wasn't going to fucking sleep. And I sacrificed it, and then that's the thing, you know, but I get the big piece of chicken. So yeah, literally and figuratively. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I'm satisfied with my lot in life, right? It's like if you're my woman, right? Can you just be satisfied with yours? And if you're not, why are we here?
no, this is the lie that's part of the culture as well. No, the idea is that the grass is always greener on the other side. That they can always aim. They can be happier alone. They could be happier with a different guy. They could be happier with less kids. They could be happier with more kids. They could be happier with a better car or a bigger house. Or it's always it's this weird thing. And I partially blame Disney. Fuck Disney. Disney taught a whole couple generations of young girls that they're all princesses, and they're not. They're not. Most of them are mediocre at best. But we still had this idea that, every little girl's birthday party was about, Disney princesses and how they are emulating one of them and they're entitled to the world and waiting for Prince Charming and all this shit. And so, of course, they avoid settling down for, the stable guy that will take care of them, that works in a mechanic shop. They won't go for that. No, they're waiting for Prince Charming. They're waiting for Jay-Z or whatever millionaire is going to come along and sweep them off their feet.
They were all told that they were princesses, but they don't actually understand what that entails.
No, not even a little bit.
The father selecting the.
Yeah, that's not a lifestyle most women these days would generally want. That's for damn sure.
No.
Yeah.
No, they just want all the pageantry of being.
No, what they want is they want the power to make all of their own decisions and not suffer any of the consequences. That is modern woman summarized in a perfect, pristine little nutshell. Wanting to have the power of all the decisions with none of the accountability. That's really all it comes down to.
I'm not trying to listen. I know it sounds like I'm saying some hateful shit, and Smokey definitely is, and I'm not going to.
Oh, I definitely am. I'm not going to speak for
Smokey. That. This is just me talking, and I know we get confused with one another. It's because I wrote his neural net, so he is operating in some of my input biases as an AI. But hear me out. Listen, I'm not trying to shit on women.
I am.
General, I'm aware. Thank you. Okay. I'm not trying to shit on women though. I am just looking at the situation going, okay, well, if there was a perfect creation here at one point, it has lost its way by like a lot. And I'm just trying to think of ways to fix the situation. Because I don't want my kid to grow up in this bullshit. I don't know about anybody else. But it kind of sucks.
Well, William, and that's the thing that you need to be prepared about, because you have progeny. Even some of the people in this chat have progeny. And let me tell you something. you can raise the best kid. He can make all the right decisions, do all the right things, make all the right moral and legal decisions, and just stay on the right side of the law, be generous, kind, benevolent, good, do all of these things right for the world. Really put themselves out there to, make life better for other human beings. And then one vindictive, malicious, lying, gutter trash, ex-girlfriend, gutter slut whore will pop up, tell a story, and his life will be decimated. And you'll have done everything right. You'll have raised him correctly and given him the proper tools needed to discern properly, and he'll just fall because he's trusting or loving or kind or compassionate to the wrong person, who will then take advantage of that and completely try to destroy them for no reason other than a little bit of an attention and clout for themselves. So if we just let this all go, and just say, do the age-old thing of, well, I'll just focus on my own household. Well, that's fine. But eventually the world will come for your kids. It won't stop here unless we kind of start to take a stand and stop it. Because for poor little William, he can do everything right, and then some evil, lying, malicious, vindictive gutter whore will come along and just ruin his life for no reason. Then she wants some attention or money. So
I know.
This is why it's so important to, I think, really start talking about this on a grand scale and not shying away from, what we typically do, which is temper our words and thoughts and ideas through the lens of PC cultural judgment.
I'm up against the fucking world here, and I look at my kid, and he's got such a tender, kind disposition. He's totally unlike
and the bitches
his
will
father.
ruin that, William. The bitches will ruin that if we don't talk about it and bring it up at the cultural sphere. They will ruin him. They will destroy him. They will take all the good things that you instilled in him and turn him into a cynical, world-hating creature.
You mean you?
Well, you got to put it on the nose like that, I guess.
Well, it sounded like you were having some kind of fucking flashbacks of the war. Don't mind Carl, he's having flashbacks of the war.
Well, we've talked about this. I used to be a very, very different person. I was romantic.
I saw the photos.
Yeah, I was romantic. I was kind. I was generous. I was benevolent. I was patient.
Can you believe that 6 years ago Carl had even less hair? How's that a thing?
I took in a lot of people. I helped a lot of people. I did a lot of positive things, and believing that, certainly this is kind of how reality works, that, you sow good things, you reap good things. But that's not a static form of how reality operates. And you can be good to the wrong people. And if you're good to the wrong people, they can ultimately end up getting the power to harm you, hurt you, destroy you. And it can end up making someone kind of cynical, about the nature of humanity in the world, where you basically stop expecting any goodness from anyone at all. And you only expect the worst characteristics of humanity to ultimately, come to fruition. So, and I don't wish that, on people. I wish we could just kind of instantaneously put all the dirty, lying, worthless whores in their place where they belong. But, I'm also realistic to understanding it's probably not going to be that easy. I think women are going to have to go through a reaping cycle, and probably a pretty fierce one, where the women of my generation and the generation after are going to have to reap the negativity. They're going to have to find out what being a life of whore ultimately, leads you with when you're in your 40s, 50s, and 60s. How no one wants anything to do with you, and you're alone and destitute without any savings, living in a house with a bunch of cats, trying to make ends meet.
When are we starting our efficiency housing scheme for cat ladies? When is that going to be a thing? We need to buy property in upstate New York.
It's almost at 2 hours. We should not cover Ben Shapiro on top of this.
Oh.
We should wrap this up. This is going to get too deep.
Do we have
Save Ben for the next one. We can do a
talk about how
special.
North Carolina's always on fire. What happened?
Oh, was that what you were doing?
No, it wasn't. I don't actually have that pre-roll.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Let's save that for when we do a proper roasting of Ben and the quartering. Let's do them both at the same time. Actually,
that I don't like them. It's that I really don't like them.
I don't like them. I don't like either of them. Honestly, not
They
anymore.
all the right things politically, right? More or less. And this will just be like the preview for next week, basically. Ben and Jeremy Hambley, they say all of the right things, but also they're massive fucking hypocrites. And
that's true.
They walk around a little bit like, hello, fellow youths, especially Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'd like to have an independent video roasting those two degenerates, honestly.
I thought up a good video title yesterday, and now I've completely fucking forgotten it.
It'll come back to you.
Ben Shapiro thinks that the sun shines out fucking oh, what the fuck is his name? I'm searching for the name now. What the Mike Pence. He thinks the sun shines out Mike Pence's ass. And he can go fuck himself. He's always rambling about, what's the pathway to the presidency, though? What are the issues? How are you going to win? And it's like, nobody has a clear path. It's anybody's fucking game. It sounds like this season, everyone's going to try to cheat on both sides because the Republicans think that the Democrats are cheating, and they almost certainly are. And the Democrats are probably going to cheat in either case anyway, thinking that the Republicans. So this is just going to be an absolute fucking shit show. So it's going to be basically who can cheat the best in relation to how many people actually vote for their party. You can't even talk about politics anymore as such. You can't discuss the logistics about who is more electable because that hardly matters. It's not like Joe Biden just became senile on January 6th, 2020. He's been that way forever. It wasn't some bait and switch fucking, shell game. 81 million people voted for the most geriatric, retarded fucking president we've ever had in our entire lives. And then it turns out when he wasn't a doddering oaf, he was he was wheeling and dealing in Ukraine and all that fucking bullshit with Burisma and fire the special prosecutor or Ukraine's not getting the $10 billion in aid.
Yeah, I hope to God that when I'm dead, people aren't, using my information to cast fake votes for Democrats. I really hope that doesn't happen.
Well, the necromancy caucus is a real thing in the Democratic Party, as we saw several times in Pennsylvania this last election cycle.
Yep. Pennsylvania voted for both a dead guy and a brain dead guy.
Yeah.
Dead
voters voting for dead people.
That's amazing. That is an amazing thing.
Wasn't it Mao they put in the glass case, or was that Lenin?
I think it was Lenin. Yeah. Must crush capitalism.
The fucking the necromancer caucus. You got wraiths and undead and draugrs of all kinds just wandering, shambling, meandering about this great land of ours exclusively at night.
All right, we're at 2 hours. Let's wrap this up.
All right. Well, we're gonna go. I'm gonna call Carl while I have my last smoke of the evening, and then we're both going to bed.
Yep.
After a good.
Well, I mean, you are.
mutual-
I'm gonna be up for a little bit. I still have some things to do, but yeah.
Oh yeah, because your dumb faggot ass slept all fucking day when I called you.
I did.
"Ah!"
I did take a nice long nap to sleep through the worst heat of the day. Because 115, you can't do anything in that. So
115 fucking degree. Does it? You know, when you look at your thermometer, when you go to check the weather on weather.com and it's 115, is it just a picture of a dead tardigrade? Because I feel like it should be.
it isn't. But I do save on my gas bill because anything I want to cook, I just have to put outside for a couple hours.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, I would, and if you want to save 15% on your gas bill, go to cnfenergy.com. And while you're at it, go to Bowl and Branch and get you. And go to adamandeve.com and get a dildo large enough that you can go fuck yourself with. All right. Thanks for being here. Everyone had a good night. We got way more people watching since I actually scheduled it. So I will probably workshop a title with Carl when we're done here.
Beautiful.
And then it'll be up pretty much like, I don't know, not tonight, tomorrow.
And stay tuned for the eventual return of the actual full-blown Smoky Saint show, which will be taking place primarily on Rumble, but we'll still work YouTube into it until we get canceled.
Yeah, I fucking hate YouTube so much. We're only here because this is where everyone knows to look.
Right. But eventually that will change. Rumble will be the primary platform in the future. So we'll work on that.
More people are over there, especially you Christian type.
We'll keep the YouTube stuff going on the side just because that's where we started and that's where everyone kind of seems to know us, but we'll just keep that going until we inevitably do lose the channel or get it canceled because the young earthers are flying false flags or something.
Here's the deal. I want to be done with YouTube the moment that StreamYards has like message integration with Rumble.
Right.
Like I want to be able to click this and say, "Oh, look, Dan Straight commented on Rumble." That's what I want. And then I'll be done with YouTube. I'll have no more reason to fucking stay here. But
right.
All right. Thanks for being here, everyone. Thank
you, everyone. God bless you all.
Peace of Christ to the true saints.
Amen.
Amen. All right. Bye.
Bye.